Hello everybody, this is Brian with mixstudios.com. Today we're going to go over committing tracks in Pro Tools and also a way to commit regions without committing tracks and what the differences are in those situations. Okay, so to dive right in, I have this region here. This is a guitar track or a piece of a guitar track that I brought into this session for us to work with. I just threw a few plugins on here. I didn't make any changes just for the tutorial here. Alright, so now I want to go in and make one more change to this so we can kind of see what sort of things commit when we commit a track. So when you're committing a track, you're essentially telling Pro Tools, I put all these plugins on, I made all these changes, I like them the way that they are, I don't think that I need to adjust any more of the parameters. Why don't you go ahead and make a new track, Pro Tools, commit them the way that they are so that I can I could have the same sound without all the plugins and free up some computer power. Alright, so let's make one other change here. Let's go ahead and put elastic audio on this guitar track real quick. Alright, so let's say that this right here, actually needed to this right here actually needs to be back here. Alright, great. So now that's where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and tell Pro Tools, I'm going to right click, I'm going to commit. So once I hit commit, this is going to pop up. What Pro Tools is going to do is it's going to make another track with your committed audio. So over here it's going to ask you what you want to do with the original track that you're copying from. You can do nothing, leave it exactly the way it is. It will remain active and playing in the session. You can delete it. You can make it inactive, which will keep it in your edit window and in your mix window, but have it grayed out and just completely deactivated. Or you can have it just hidden to your tracks menu to the left side of your screen over here, and also made inactive. That's the easiest way to just get it out of your way and free up the space. I do a lot of editing and I like renaming a lot of tracks as I work, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it inactive but still in our window and visible for this tutorial. So let's go ahead and click OK. Alright, so you see our new guitar track has popped up here. Alright, now if we were to need to make a change, right? We remember that I changed this over here. I brought this transient forward. So let's say that I needed to put that back. I can now come back into the original file, and if I needed to make that change, I could do it. But if I went into the warp here on our new track, you'll see I don't have that option. It's gone ahead, it's made a new audio file, and it said, hey, you don't need to make changes anymore. That way on this new track I could just remove elastic audio altogether, and there's processing power saved right there. Okay, so that is committing the entire track. You'll notice that my plugins aren't there either, and if I had a lot of stuff going on with a compressor and maybe an EQ, that is going to be the sound of the new audio file. Alright, so now let's talk about committing a region real quick. Alright, let's make this one inactive. Alright, so let's go back to waveform. Now let's say that this needed to be over here, and this, well, that should be muted, so quick key B and then Command M. Alright, now we're going to go back to warp, and let's say that we wanted it like all the way up here, and this is totally exaggerated, but you'll see why I'm doing it this way in a second. One's enough. Alright, so if we go back to waveform now, we see that I've made changes to the region. This is moved over, this is muted, we can see some elastic audio here. When you make an impractical change in elastic audio, it gives you these red marks to kind of signal, something that you want to pay attention to fixing, because it's probably not intentional. But it helps us in this tutorial here just to see that we have those changes. All right, so what if I liked all of these changes I made here and I wanted to commit all of this, treat it as one, move it around, but I didn't want to commit these plugins? Well, you can use the consolidate region quick key or shortcut, Shift Option 3. Now I made a new region. My silence is now actually silence on the region. This piece is moved over, and if we went into Elastic Audio, my Elastic Audio is committed to this new region file as well. All right, so but you'll notice that, you know, even with that happening, I still have my plugins here. I can still change the plugins on the track. All I've done is committed the audio earlier in the signal chain. So that's what's going on when we commit tracks and when we commit regions. All right, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this, Mix Studios Online. Visit us at www.mixstudios.com to hear our work and maybe work with us. Follow us at Mix Studios Online, and we'll see you next time.